UN.
UN equal A.
It's UN
Close bracket.
N minus 1. Close bracket D.
Alright.
Wait, what?
Alright, so they're saying anybody want give us a try for what they think you're supposed to do? Alright.
Repeat that, sir.
Alright, tell me what you know.
I know that A is the first term.
Right, so A is equal to 2.
2, right.
Alright?
Wait, I don't think we know the number of terms.
Nor the one difference.
Well, we want to find D, not true?
Yeah.
What about N?
So we don't. That's the number of terms. We don't know.
Right. Well, we know, of course. Yeah, man.
What, 5? It's 5 terms.
All right, remember, you know. All right, remember. Let me write. Remember, you know. All right. So if you have a series, right?
One up.
All right. If you have a series, like 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have a series, right? So we have 4 terms, right? So the N would be 4.
Yeah, but how you?
But is it this the UN? The UN, you know, is telling us what is actually at the 4th position. So if I have something like this, like say 17, 2, 5, and say 3, hypothetically, right? How much terms do we have here, so 4, that's true. So N is 4, but the UN tells us what number is in the 4th position, 5th position, or 6th position. All right. So they're telling us that the 5th term. All right. So U5 will have been equal to 2 plus, this is 5, take away 1, which is what? 4D. You all see that?
Sir,
Yeah?
will you say UND again?
Tells you what number is actually in that position.
But sir, this is something I'm not sure where exact which number.
Ask again.
Oh, you know, say a 5.
See that?
But it says 5th term is 3 times something.
No, okay, yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's 2 sentences. It's like 2. All right, it says 5th term is 3, right? But let's just stick with the 5th first. You get that? All right, basically what they're trying to tell is that the 5th term is equal to 3 times the 2nd term. All right, but we're just trying to work out one of the equations first. You get that?
Okay, sir.
All right, so what I'm saying is that
Sir, the question isn't asking to find the nth term. You just ask to find the common difference. And isn't the common difference like how much numbers you skip, like how much numbers are between,
Right.
difference between how much numbers, blah blah blah, you know what I mean?
We find
So why we doing this formula thingy to find the nth thing?
Well,
supposed to come on our next question.
basically, there's no other way of answering the question. There's no. The thing about it, we didn't get a series to work with. You understand? There's no series to work with. So we're just working with what they give us. All right. So, what I want you guys just to follow. It's a learning experience. You know? You see, if then they give us a series, like write it out, you're gonna easily subtract it. So,
And the answer is 1.5.
it says 1.5.
Yes.
All right. Sorry to disappoint you, but it's the 1.5 on the response. All right. So we know that A is 2. And they're saying that the fifth term. So in this equation, n is 5. So we have 2 plus 4d. Everybody get that? That's u5. No, we don't know what the number is in the fifth position. So we don't know what u5 is. All right. So we'll get that off our chest. Now what they're saying, right? In the next statement or phrase, the fifth term is what? 3 times the second term. All right. Now let us not focus on the 3 times yet. Let us look at the what? The second term. Let us write out something for second term. So we have u2. All right. And u2 represents what? The second term. So we have a, and a is what? It's 2 plus n. No, n is what? And it's 2 now, not true? So 2 subtract 1 is 1. So we get 1d. Everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Alright, on the one, somebody said that. Anybody else? Everybody following? Shadisa?
Not exactly.
Not exactly. Alright. Fair enough. Yolanda?
Kinda.
Alright.
Sir,
Huh?
let me explain. Let me explain.
You want
Thanks.
it?
Guys. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, remember we're dealing with U5 and all, right? Wait, which part do you not understand, by the way? Tell me what you don't understand, Chen.
Alright, so the only thing that I've got is what that 5?
U5.
Where 5 comes from? Oh, the fifth term. Okay.
Right, the fifth term, right. So all of this represents the fifth term, you know.
Oh,
Yeah. And all of this represents the second term.
So you could now, Shen, that's all you didn't understand.
yeah, missing.
So you get where we get the U2 equal 2 plus 1D.
Where 1 come from?
When remember yeah, the formula is n minus 2,
Mm-hmm.
and n represents the number of terms, which is 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Z.
You get that? Remember, n represents the number of terms,
Yes.
which is 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
So
and
we replace n with 2 and subtract 1 from it, because that's just the formula.
Yeah.
all right. You see when you get the 4. How do we get the 4? We have to say 5 subtract 1. Not true. And that's how you get the 4.
So basically, all will come after the equal sign. When you times some might I work out it whatever, it go give you the amount to the fifth term.
It's supposed to give you the number that is in that position. Like
Right,
say you have
right.
a series, say you have a series, and for example the U5 thing, is the any number that falls in the fifth term of the series, whatever this something go equal to, that go be the fifth term.
Okay, so if we have a value at D, then all of that would have tell me the exact number.
Exact number, right.
Yes.
Okay,
But the N is the N. N is just a position where that number is.
okay.
You follow?
Yes.
All right. It's like you have students in the class. Imagine all of you line up in the class, right? All right. All of you. How much on? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 persons in the class, and all of you have different names, right? And I said, okay. Let us say the third. If I'm looking at my screen here, I'm saying, okay, the third person is Shanicia. All right. So the 3 represents the number of terms, but Shanicia represents the actual term itself in that position, and that would be like the UN part of it.
Okay.
All right. So we understand U5 and U2, right? No, it says the fifth term, which is represented by this first stick here, is 3 times the second term. No, this represents the second term. All right. So, but it's actually 3 times. So I'm gonna put that 3 there. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna multiply everything here by 3. You all see that? So technically speaking, they're saying that the fifth term, which is U5, is equal to 3.
U2.
Right, 3 times the second term, which is 3U. Everybody following so far?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm gonna erase something here. Let me tell you, I think I haven't given a question like this before. That's probably why. So U5, which is 2 plus 4D, is equal to, because this represents U5, not true? Is equal to 3 times U2. Now 3 times U2 is 3 2s what? 6? Is that?
Yeah.
And 3 times 1D is what?
3.
3D. All right. So let me erase all right. So all we need to do is just what? To solve this equation and find D. So go ahead and solve it for me. We're gonna group the D's on one side.
Three.
Okay. Daniela got 3. Anybody else?
So I'm gonna get 4.
Okay, Shanisha got 4. Yolanda
Got 3.
got 3. All right. Anybody else? Well, no. So we're gonna. Well, I'm gonna put the 3D on the left hand side, right? So that sign will change. So you get 4D, subtract what? 3D.
Yes.
All right, and then you're gonna have 6. Bring over the plus 2, you get a what? A minus 2. Now 3D from 4D is actually what? 1D or D. So you get 4. It's actually 4. You see, now because we know what D is, we can actually work out what number was in the 5th position. It's 4 times 4, which is what? 16. 16 plus 2 is what? 18. So the 5th term was actually 18. All right, any questions? Can I move on? Anybody write it? All right. Let me see if I can find. Okay, we have about 5 minutes. Let me see if I can find a short question. All right, here's something simple. This is talking about complex conjugate. What do you think that is? What does conjugate mean?
The opposite, like a change of sign.
All right, but which sign?
The sign of. What do you mean which sign, sir?
Well, if you look at the question, you have -1 and -I. So I'm asking which one are you going to change?
The I one.
Right, very good. So
Because it's a complex.
right, very good. So it says complex number, conjugate. So you look at the complex number, conjugate means you're going to change the sign. So it's -I, so it's going to be +I. So the answer there is going to be B. All right. And you notice how them have A there, right at you. And what A does is that they change both sides, but that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just the complex part you change. Any questions? All right. All right. I'm trying to find a very short question. So looking at the time. All right, look at this. Oh, quickly do this for me. Replace -1 with, replace x with -1 in the expression. Quickly. You guys want to continue?
Yes, sir.
You guys want to continue?
You guys, please respond.
All right. Well, I don't really want to continue.
Okay, sir, I'm enough to cook, sir.
Yeah, we didn't to cook.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
So what time your husband coming home from work?
By 8 o'clock.
By 8 o'clock. I have
Yes,
enough
sir.
time, man. All right. All right. So seriously, put -1. Tell me what you get. Okay. So work out this.
Four? 7 minus 2.
Well, this is C subtract 2, not true? When you work out this, first of all, you're not going to say negative times negative. You don't do that. You work out the bracket first. Negative 1 cube is what?
-1.
Right, negative 1. So we have C subtract 2. These two negative give you a positive. All right. So a negative, what's negative 2 plus 1?
1.
No, man. You owe me
Yeah,
some
we
brown.
do 5.
-1.
Negative 1. I don't work it out yet.
Oh,
It says f of negative 1 is equal to 5. So what we did a while was just work out f of negative 1. All right. Now f of negative 1 is what? C subtract 1. And that is equal to what? 5. So what's the answer?
but when you carry that over no 6.
Right. So that's the answer.
But say, and that's me working. Me just me write out T and equal it to 5.
And the same thing, man. It's just I
How
didn't.
come I get different answer then?
Oh, you didn't get 6?
No, 4 me get.
That means you did something wrong in this part here. The C plus, you did something wrong in here. So, because when I work with everything, you know, you're supposed to get C negative 1. All right, guys. So, I don't know. I would love to finish off the